KNUT has threatened to down their tools on the 26th of August. That's Monday.
Action.
That's Monday,
yes,
the 26th. They are demanding 13.3 billion shillings that the ministry owes them.
From the government.
That the ministry owes them.
Yes.
And it doesn't look like it's going to happen between now and Monday. Kwa hivyo watu wanaenda shule. Hosbon Otieno is the KNUT Deputy Secretary General. He joins us live in the studios.
Studio.
How long have the teachers not been paid for?
The teachers negotiated for a collective bargaining agreement in 2021, which was cashless. And then in 2023, there was a review of the same, and an addendum was given, which now gave a salary increment of between 7% to 10%, which was a directive from the president, which when we negotiated with TSC, it was scaled to 2.5% to 9.5% on a reverse. That is the lowest earning 9.5% and the highest 2.5%. The first phase was given on 1st of July 2023. And the second phase was supposed to be factored in the bank on 1st of July 2024. Only for teachers to walk in the bank and find that that has not been factored in, and that is why it is causing this hullabaloo that the teachers now are walking out of the classes. If that money is not factored in by the midnight of 25th, that's early morning 26th, that will be on Monday.
That is Sunday night. 25th is Sunday night. Who banks on Sunday?
Banking should be done before Sunday, my friend. Jeff, you know the banking procedures. Jeff, you have had a lot of money in your account, and you know when it is dropped into your account.
Your design. Can the teachers be paid what rightfully theirs to want to come out a strike?
How much are you looking for as teachers? How much are they looking for?
We are looking for only 13.3 billion to effect the second phase of the CBA. 13.3 billion only.
Now CBA in a demand mishara from how far back?
It was only for the CBA 2021-2025, which we signed in 2021. By the time we were signing in 2021, we had just come out of the COVID-19 pandemic. And when we were told that the government was broke and it had no money by then because of the disasters of COVID-19, we agreed, and we were told by the teachers, how can you give us a CBA that is cashless? But we said that if room allows and if the economy improves a bit, some monies will be available. I am happy His Excellency the President called us at State House when we were looking at the issues to do with the housing levy, and when we are telling them that the salaries of the teachers cannot cushion the housing levy. His Excellency the President said, yes, I understand. And out of that, we were able to match out with 7 to 10% salary increment, which when we start with our Employer Teacher Service Commission, we agreed on the matrix on how to implement the same. We were even good to say that it should be effected in two phases, because naturally a CBA should be in one phase. So in the two phases, we received the first phase on 1st of July 2023. So we were expecting the second phase on 1st of July 2024. What mistake has the teacher done? The teacher has been working and has been faithful, a loyal worker of this country, paying taxes pap. Inakatwa mara moja kutoka kwa salary, inaenda kwa serikali, analipa tax yake, then the teacher goes back to class and teach and deliver, and then the teacher goes to the bank, no money.
Hakuna kitu.
Yes.
The average salary of a teacher is about 34,000. Sio? Only.
Cannot even buy things in the supermarket for one shopping spree.
Kwani, how much do you spend when you go to Chandarana?
Listen,
I like it.
No. The teacher goes to Mwindi Mweusi. So it is not only that teachers are insensitive to the children of this country, because we are parents, we have children who are being taken to every other level of learning, including those who are reporting to the university.
Right.
And the teacher must get money to let their children report to whichever level of school, including university. If the teachers had depended on this salary increment in their budget, to ensure that they take their children to school. If it is not available, what do we want the teachers to do?
So the salary, how many salary increment? That is the bone of
The
contention.
bone of contention is an increment. You know, my brother Igunsa,
Yes.
when you know that you're about to receive, even if it is a small amount of money in your salary increment, it affects a lot, even
That's true.
including your borrowing power in a commercial bank.
Yeah.
Because now it is enhanced. And that is why it is important that we consider it is not only thinking about what this increment entails in terms of what will go into the bank. It is what other spillover effects
Yeah.
does the salary increment have. And that is why the teachers have planned for this, and now when they are getting that money is not coming. And consider that even in this second phase of the salary increment, it had factored in the house allowance that was not factored in the previous salary.
Okay, but mishahara inaingia.
Mishahara ile ya kila mwezi inaingia kama vile yako iliingia, labda hii mwezi ile ya mwalimu iliingia, lakini haitoshi.
So nyongeza
ndio shida.
Unasema mboga haitoshi.
So ni kama mnataka kuparalyze
Kila kitu.
the education system so that we feel you guys mean business.
A teacher is a teacher regardless of which level that teacher is teaching. And the employer of the teacher on this kind of situations happen to be one in public schools.
Yes.
And so what affects a teacher in primary school affects a teacher in secondary school, affects a teacher at the tertiary institutions run by the government, so it cuts across.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, have you approached the new Cabinet Secretary for Education?
We had a meeting.
And
in that meeting, we talked. I think it was more of a familiarization meeting and welcoming him into that very hot seat.
Hana copy.
And with the hot circumstances as they were.
Yes.
And we told him that there was this that was supposed to happen. He promised us a meeting within 1 week, which elapsed till yesterday. And he did not provide that meeting.
But then, remember, he was the deputy to the former CS.
Who?
This CS, was it the deputy?
In their political sphere, no, I was talking about the Minister for Labor. Now, the Minister for Education, we are yet to have a meeting with him. He was a running mate of the current, the outgoing.
Correct.
In Kisii.
Correct.
But we have not met him. But it is a baptism of fire.
Teachers were on the strike ever since way back in memorial. Nikiwa primary school. Kwani hakuna solution moja tu
No, I think it is just a specific period, because those are the periods when we have the challenges that need that we are stretched to the wall. It is like a cat that has been pushed to the end of the wall. No, the cat must come out and get itself safe, even if it means attacking the person who was pushed. So what I mean is, teachers are always very innocent in all these circumstances, because when we go on the negotiating table, we agree and we factor in our bit, and we say then we are taking our part of the collective bargaining. But it is always the people we bargain against, the Teacher Service Commission, who go against the agreement. And when they do that, we go through all the industrial labor processes to ensure that our strikes are protected. So now, when a push becomes a shove, what do you do?
Unatoa makucha.
Unatoka nje.
Kama hiyo paka.
Hiyo desire. Do you think the government take teachers for granted?
To me, I say that there is a lot of insincerity in the Teacher Service Commission, who is the employer of the teachers. If they know what is expected of their budget to ensure that they can cater for what goes to the pocket of the teacher, then they should prioritize their budget properly, so that the teacher is not left with nothing. The teachers are getting nothing. What mistake did the teachers do that the teachers were the ones to be affected by the cuts in the financial bill, while the teachers were not part and parcel of what happened? Teachers were very innocent, going to school and working.
Answer the question. Do you think teachers are taken for granted?
Yes, teachers are taken for granted. If you want me to answer it directly as you want to shoot it, yes, they are taken for granted.
Which is unfair.
It is
very, very unfair.
And inconsiderate.
And very, very evil.
Because wanasemaga, the job of a teacher is to inspire the students.
And the next
but
generation.
Who inspires the teachers?
That's the big question.
Who inspires the teachers if chenye wanawakia can't get into their pockets?
Have you been a teacher yourself?
I have been a teacher for the longest time possible. I was trained a teacher, a primary school teacher. And I taught. I went through the grades until I headed a school. Then I joined the trade union movement in the year 1996 to grow to where I am today as the Deputy Secretary General of the Kenya National Union of Teachers. I know how to use a chalk in the class and teach and produce candidates. Some of them are in Parliament and in Senate.
Name two.
Yes.
Name two of them.
Senator Aaron Cheriot.
Went through your hands.
Through my hands.
Coffee.
Former George Deuri was the MP.
Yes.
Embakasi West. Went through my hands.
Hey, coffee.
Na waezo wakakutetea saizi wakiwa bunge.
No. Now they are up there. They are up there.
When they see you, do they say mwalimu?
Yes. Senator Aaron Cheriot cannot talk even when he shouts on the public platforms. Politically, when he sees me, he says teacher.
Yes. Mwalimu.
Yes.
We talked about strike after strike after strike. We talk about all this tension. We talk about, all this lead up to, let's say, Monday.
Yeah.
And maybe by Friday, vitu zitakuwa poa, we don't know. Yes. But how do we solve this once and for all?
Wapewa 150.
Kama huu CS anasikiza, huu wa labor, huu wa education, na treasury pia.
If any understanding on any agreement we put down with the government is honored the way it's supposed to be, then there would be no cause for us to go on strike. Jeff, a strike is not a cup of tea. It is not and we are not happy to always make a pronouncement that we are going on strike. And it should always be the last option. If tomorrow, or even today, or even yesterday night, if the government would provide the agreement, because an agreement is law. We signed it, it was deposited in the Employment and Labor Relations Court. It is law. If the government honors it even today, we will not go on strike on Monday.
Give us a best case scenario and a worst case scenario going forward.
The best case scenario is teachers going back to school on Monday, smiling because they have been paid what is due to them. The worst case scenario is teachers not going back on Monday because they are on strike, and children have reported to school only to find a school without teachers. It will be very unfortunate.
A school without teachers.
Your design.
Wow.
And is this part of the reason as to why to realize that a lot of teachers want to talk about public schools or in private schools?
Private schools are greener pastures. Some of you are products of private schools, I believe. Jeff, yes. In a private school, these people, they are given top layer in everything, including education, where we have all the facilities, they have all the textbooks they require, they have good laboratories, they have good playing fields, they have everything good, including the school bus that collects them from the gate in the morning and taking them to school and back. These people do not even brush their shoes. It is brushed for them.
And what does that say for the CBC system, which is already a mess as it is?
To me, I say CBC was the best way to go. It is only that, and that is global. That is global everywhere, because changes in systems are acceptable according to the new developments.
Okay.
The only thing is, how do you handle the transition? How do you handle the implementation? How do you do your monitoring and evaluation to ensure that everything is put in place? In most of the situations, we are more of reactive than being proactive. Like now we are moving to grade 9 next year.
Yeah.
Public schools. The classrooms, are they available? Do we have teachers enough prepared to handle grade 9 next year? What plans? So are we going to react? That is the problem. But if the planning is done properly so that we are proactive and we can project 3 years to come, we are soon moving to senior school. In senior school, which has different pathways, are we prepared for that? Which schools have we earmarked to be the senior schools that are going to handle the transition from grade 9 to grade 10, 11, and 12? So the challenge is that the government should now take education seriously.